haven't shown up to the big stage as of yet. Hopefully they can. They certainly have the potential to. We need Config there. We need Mages. They need to start waking up. And of course, Occasion as well, one of the roughest games of his career, I think that goes without saying. Hopefully he can step up. The thing is about best of threes is anyone can get battered on a best of three and still come back and win it. That's still a possibility. The problem is now the odds really not working in their favor. But ladies and gentlemen, potentially the last map of this evening. We go on to Cash. It's North starting on the CT side now. BP looking formidable on the terrorist side. They're going to have a nice technical buy here. 3 smokes coming in. That normally suggests you're going towards the A side. You want to be focusing towards those smokes towards the bomb side and towards Highway itself. But maybe a B split as well. This is looking interesting. They've got Molotovs to work with. This will be some sort of set piece coming in. It's 5 sets of armor for North, and they've gone aggressive towards the A side of the map. You see they push into A main and Squeaky Door as well. So they're getting a ton of information, but Bialy is waiting for them, and he's actually headshot one of the players as well. It's MSL going on a 7 HP.
From Rubino, like you say, aggressive, but Config starts it, has to back away inside. A Checkers flash goes out, dodges it, and doesn't get spotted. Great shot against Snatch. He continues to stay aggressive. Another flash his direction, and Neo gets tagged by his teammate inside of the site. It's a crossfire set from Magisk. Cajun gets toward Heaven. And everybody's on this B site, but Bialy's going to start evaluating elsewhere as Pasha goes down. And Neo dropping bomb. Well, Bialy can do all he likes, including take down MSL, but he's still got to go back the direction of B. He knows that. Now, interestingly, Config starts to rotate away. I don't know if the bomb was 100% visible on the edge of the smoke, but either way, it won't matter. They do get the pistol. Important round in your mind.
A much-needed pistol there. That's going to get them back in the zone. They've realised they can mentally reset here. That's actually a really nice pistol from North. We talk about CT sides on Cash being, or having the opportunity to be dynamic there and aggressive at the start. They push towards A, Squeaky Door and A main as well. A ton of information, and they're shutting down the execution potential from Virtus.pro. They're finding an early pick, and at that point, BP getting pushed and pinted all over the map there. So they couldn't execute fully, but they are force buying into the second round. Not out the woods just yet, North. The buy they're going to be bringing to the table, it's 3 UMPs, 2 M4s, no kits, interesting enough. This is going to be a full force buy from Virtus.pro. Execution potential towards A, very high indeed. There's going to be 4 smokes available, so there'll be smokes all over the bomb site, towards Quad, Highway, and the bomb site itself. The objective to get the bomb down, and that run and gun potential of the Tech-9 can be so dangerous on this bomb site.
Smokes over, cover off top Highway. Bomb's been dropped immediately coming out from the door. It's Magisk to shut them down. Playing from Quad and Config there as well. It's on to Taz.
Yeah, I was expecting a smoke towards Quad to shut down that potential there. It looked a little bit too easy for Majors, I have to say. With the 4 smokes, I would assume that's given that's the smoke you're going to throw. It looked just a clear path for him. Maybe a misburnt smoke, I'm not sure. But regardless, that should be the point where he has no vision. He's spamming through, waiting for calling for rotations, but Taz now left in a 5 versus 1, and the bomb is down as well. So very unlikely he can do anything with this. He's hoping that one of the CD players gets impatient. Not going to be committing just yet. Just hoping he can get a free frag at this point. There's no reason for North to approach. They have the bomb. Mages finding some form now. 3 kills for him. That's going to boost his confidence. We need him to shine in this map. They negate the force by Virtus.pro. An interesting execution, I have to say, but regardless, North get the 2-0 and force VP into a full eco going into round number 3. So this is looking promising now. And you can see them kind of shaking off the nerves, as we said, as the desk pointed out. This is the first time a lot of these guys have made it to a playoff at a major. It can be quite nerve-wracking being up there. The biggest stage possible in the CSGO right now. 2-0 on the second map. This is a map they haven't played in 4 months, but a good start so far.
Pasha sitting back to watch anyone pushing in through the B tunnels toward T-spawn. Futile attempt to hit a long shot as they all sit on Glocks with no armor. Another thing to mention, because Taz going down, he's found by an M4, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world. If it had been an SMG that found him, he gives up $600 kill reward, but he loses armor that you could argue if he wants to drag it on, you could try and save into this one with Tech-9. Either way, he has bomb. He'll start rotating back, and Magisk, it's 1 round essentially the difference. But Magisk, he starts pushing out. He's got 3 players, but they're going to peek him at the same time. He's got to be very careful because he only finds 1, and therefore they get an M4. Now this is where if Taz had armor, that M4 could be even more crucial.
Well, they are pushing towards B. This is nice, though. It's a good reaction from that initial encounter. They've actually got a lot of information here. They can work out and ascertain where the remaining teams are going to be sat. There it is. That's a really good kill from MSL. Very controlled play here. They've got mid shut down. They know it's going to be an A-side of attack, and they're finding pick after pick. This is looking very promising now. 1 more player goes down to the hands of Bialy, but that's fine. The round should be over. They've managed to recover 2 of the M4. Should be able to get the 3rd as well. And just going to be poor old Bialy now. A little incendiary in his pocket, but there it is. Config finishes things off.
Corrected stat by Taco. The last time they actually played this map was at ECS versus SK, but one of the things we have to keep an eye on is how they form this CT side, because that's why MSL doesn't like playing this map with North. He's not sure how to be positioned and aggressive. He thinks the rotations are long. Now, I know you like it in particular because you can get aggressive. You can force the issue on CT, and I know some of the players on the team actually really like the map, despite him almost avoiding it.
It just gives you players like we saw, like Kenny S play on this map, going towards Squeaky Door, B Storage. He can change the position up every single map and have impact. There's a lot of high pressure choke points there, and the T's can have a real problem holding off really strong terrorist players. And Marcel goes up towards that smoke. Maybe looking to boost it up here. They have quite a heavy presence towards mid.
MSL lost in the smokes because Pasha's gone one side of him. Snax is out, but he finds Pasha, hears him, locates him, and takes him down. Snax is tagged. He's still in all the smokes, the midst of it. And MSL manages to pick up 2 inside of middle. His teammates do decent damage onto Snax, and that was a very fast push from Virtus.pro. No doubt to test the mid presence early of North, but that sets the precedence. They shut that down. That means if they can continue to do so, if they can set the pace, Virtus.pro's forced to look elsewhere. They have to make control, which is a very important part of the map. Missed shots from nearly caught the retreating cajunB as Config as well is going to make it back in the site as a result.
This is good from North now. They're playing no fear Counter-Strike. They've got the advantage. They push into A main. They're still shutting down and eradicating risk at this point. But Snax, he's made it in Connector. He only has 9 HP, but he is undetected for sure. But May just seems to have an inkling he could be there. So he'll be holding that choke point, so that's absolutely fine. Cajun patrolling towards Highway as well. Mid is not a bomb site. You can allow the terrorists to be there. You have the 4-on-3, and then you know a couple of players are low HP as well. Just hold up, make them make the next move at that point.
And you're right, because Magisk knows they've given up middle, and that Snax likes to do this sort of thing to push in and find himself in perfect positions to flank. And with 9 HP, he's got to time this perfectly, so he's actually going to wait for information. Neo's going to try and cause rotations over toward the A site, but he himself is not well off on 37. So first gun round looking like it's promising for North as well. Bialy bomb inside of the vents. If I'm not mistaken as well, vent's not blown out, so he's going to make a noise trigger when he goes in. Right now, as Snax falls, Magisk was waiting the whole time, and Rubino on the AWP will shut down Virtus.pro in entirety.
Well, Bialy, the only player to frag so far after 4 rounds. He's on 4 for 4. Brunel's yet to post anything, so no bomb going down either. Virtus.pro's money is going to be in disarray. They're going to have to full eco this one. There'll be a maximum loss for this next round. They have in the bank right now. Means they can finally potentially get the all power and Snax. They can have some utility to work with. The first gun round was pretty rough for them, but North so far, you wouldn't know they have a lack of understanding of the map. It's looking very good and actually being very assertive, taking over the key parts of the map when they have to as well, getting lots of good information. So P250s across the board for VP. They have got a couple of smokes and flashbangs and a Molotov as well. Looks like a fast play towards B from what I can see so far. 4 players towards B storage and just Snax patrolling.
Again, a heavy smoke presence. 4 smokes down that go all the way towards C Connect. They can try and push towards the vents. It's going to be fast B, as you say. And they've got 2 good kills. Pasha gets Rubino. MSL goes down. They pick up an AWP. Pasha that has that Taz as well as an M4 with armor, and they can get the bomb toward the site. Neo as well. He's got K2B. This is working out so well for Virtus.pro. And now Snax, as always, shows himself exactly when you don't want to. Nade's going to be late to deny plant, so too is the Molotov. And the positioning from Pasha on that AWP, he's going to find Magisk. It's going to go 4-1. Virtus.pro fight back into the game in an unlikely round.
It was looking so promising as well with that initial flashbang. And you see the AWPer there lined up, ready to shoot them and get that first player. He's very unlucky. He gets flashed, pulls the trigger. There's 4 players in front of him, but the shot just goes right between them. He's overwhelmed at that point as well. And as soon as they pick up the AWP, the AK as well, they found their second frag. The retake comes in. I have to question Cajun's decision there, though. He's trying to deny the plant, sure, and get a quick frag in return, but as soon as he dies, that's round over at that point. And Virtus.pro pick up a round they shouldn't really be part of. So we go into number 6 here. Lots of money available for the Poles. No AWP for Northside, which is interesting. It'll be 5 rifles for them, and maybe more quick play towards middle.
This is relentless in middle, and this time Virtus.pro might win the duel. Good response from Cajun, but he's left in the open as a result. Teammate going down early, caught in no man's land, traded back.
Yeah, well, at that point, that's the mid-presence shut down and the man advantage gifted to VP. It is 4-1, but they're looking very promising now to take round number 6. Config once again sniffing towards A main. He needs to try and get something working, see if there are any presence there at all. It looks like a B split coming in. See on the mini-map right now. Pasha, he's towards Sunroom. His teammates heading out towards events as well, and it's just Rubino to hold off on that B side right now. His teammates pushing towards Highway. They need to make something happen. Get some intel. They can get a pick here. This could work out quite nicely.
Rubino's still waiting over there, but bomb gets dropped temporarily. This puts pressure onto Taz, who responds by ripping the head clean off of Magisk. That'll open up vents again because Config can't rotate that direction on low HP. He's got to play passive and smart to get over and support Rubino, who's got a smoke in front. How long can he evade them? Apparently not long enough. He thinks he's completely concealed, and Taz spots the head above it. That's going to open the site, allow for the bomb to transition. Losing in the anti-eco situation, and now the subsequent rounds, it's back to basics, back to pistols for North. They'll be able to force up a little bit, get themselves to that 2K mark, given that they've got a 2-round bonus, which will go into its 3rd, but it's going to be very tight for them.
There's a sign there saying the North will rise again. Hopefully that will be the case. He had a great
I was
start
always told winter was coming, so I'm not sure.
Well, we'll see. It's certainly going to be cold in this round for North. They've only got pistols, one smoke, P50s and some 5.7s, and Config's got a little bit of body armor there. He's made some interesting economic decisions throughout his tournament, but this one's fine. He had a bit more cash than his teammates, so body armor's not really going to do too much for you. He just got a 5.7. We'll see what he can do here. More fast play towards middle potentially here. I can see them stacking up and trying to get over quickly. There is a decent smoke down as well. It gives him a bit of cover as they're getting up there, but not really much the CDs can do about this. They're going to start using the utility and start flushing out any potential defenders there towards that mid position. Again, this has been a key part of the map for VP so far. Get control, get an equal exchange or even a man advantage, and then split the map together.
MSL will play underneath the vent. Try and react to it being blown out if they go that direction. Snax is curious as to what waits on the other side as he waits to see as well if they're boosted holding inside of middle. Meanwhile, Taz will leave the bomb inside of mid and start pushing up towards Z and Highway to get a pick onto A. Flash over for him. But slow and steady. Don't want to suffer the same fate North did 2 rounds ago and lose an anti-eco situation that sways the momentum back the other direction. Good pick from Pasha to start it off. That's from a pushing MSL, desperate to find some information. On the other side of the map, however, Cage had shut them down on the way through. He's up on top of the catwalk, and he's found one inside of A. Good headshot angle for him to play, but 41 HP, and that kill, they're discouraged. They're moving away. They've left bomb in mid, though.
Yeah.
Config's going to realize this. Taz left it for Snax to grab, and Snax has gone toward the site. Thankfully, they don't have rifles. That's a rifle round, and Config finds that position. Huge problems.
I was about to say, look at Rubino's position right now. He was in Sunroom, had the T's rotated with the bomb through B storage. That could have been an absolute nightmare for them. They have no idea he's there, but it looks like they're going to commit from the bench. But he still does it.
16 seconds as well. They have to grab that. Snax isn't crossing. This is going to be a problem. 13. They're just getting to it now. It's Viali that's going to grab it. 9 seconds. He's going to get up on top, but they're fighting through. Thankfully, he hits the lineup because we get to the 5-second mark. And it was kill certain finish, but it could have been a time the other way for North, excuse me.
A little bit scary there for VP. Like I said, Rubino's position very interesting. Had they come B storage, he could have shut them down completely. Still does some good work there. Drops the bomb, makes it a little bit exciting towards the end, but ultimately well controlled by VP, making sure they hit every single shot. Bialy especially with the crouch spray there, finishing the job off. It's going to be 4-3 now. North still have the lead. We're going to the next gun round here. Number 8. Still don't have the AWP or any kits. Pasha, fantastic on overpass the AWP. He'll be using that weapon this round, and another focus towards B. 4 players towards the storage area. Neo potentially setting a bit of a ruse towards the A side of the map here.
Remember as well, CT side more expensive, no bomb bonus.
Those nades.
It's really tough to build up the economy again. Those nades, though, you're dead. So right, dead right. Down to 2 HP for Rubino. Tough position for him to play as well because he's still stuck behind the box inside of Checkers. Hence why MSL is coming over to bail him out because utility often used in that position to clear it. 1 tick of a Molotov would take him down.
Well, they have the B storage control. Going to leave Pasha there with the AWP and see if the CT do go hunting for more information, which they've been doing consistently so far. But a passive hold on the CDs as Config towards middle by himself, and the boost coming in once again. VP have been so formidable towards this area. As Taz going in emphatically, and Pasha has picked up that first frag.
Down leaves Rubino with 2 HP alone in B as well, and with them out middle, they can quickly go through the vents. They have to rotate. They're forced to, so Cage and B. He'll be the one to try and do so. Rubino tempting his fate, trying to get better position and cross at the most opportune time as Config does damage inside of middle. Tries to pull this back, and Rubino still holding an angle spot ahead on Pasha. Straight through, he's desperate with low HP, but Pasha's got an AWP and finds both Cajun and Rubino.
How does he survive that? We've got to see that from Pasha's POV. That looked disgusting. The CT's completely pincered him as well on both sides. He nails both shots while 30 bullets is raining towards him. Big round there. Here's the shots from Neo to open things up, and the gun round is not going to favour. Oh. This is what I wanted to see. Rubino's had to land 1 shot. Perfect from Pasha though, and it is going to be 4-4. VP tie things up after going 4-0 down. It's another eco for the Danes at this point. CZs, PD50s and Deagles, and a couple of sets of body armor. They're getting close to maximum loss bonus, so they can afford to invest a little bit into this round. But at this point, VP, the game plan seems to be keep 4 together to start the round, whether towards middle or towards B. Get the map control, but they will be challenged this time. A counter B rush coming from the CTs.
Good push through, but only one, and then it's a lineup. Pasha this time does hit the collateral. Into Config through his teammate. Neo will take down MSL. It's on the Bajisk. And the problem is, like North, as you said, North needed that opening pistol. They needed early momentum. That's lost. We're back to 4-4. Money is desperately against them. They're going to buy again, obviously, in the next round with the bonus built up to a full 5 maximum rounds. But The anti-eco really set this ablaze for Virtus Pro.
The problem they have right now is, yes, we know it's a map they can't play, but Cajun needs to get back with AWP. He needs to find his confidence once more. He needs to be the one positioning himself in a different part of the map each time, going towards middle, showing them they're willing to challenge, and he's not going to be completely removed from this situation.
He'll get $3,400 on top of $3,050 right now, so he will be in a position to buy a full AWP armor and a bit of nades.
Well, at this point, Made is looking to save. He has got 100 armor, so he might as well do that. It's going to cost him less to get head armor to the next round, but you don't even need that on the CT half, so save the armor. P250, I guess it's something. Hopefully someone walks into his crosshair, but yeah, pretty bleak right now. That round's pretty easy for VP to pick up. Nice little spray down there. Pasha picks up the collateral kill with the AWP, and it looks like they don't really need to go hunting here. They know he hasn't got a weapon at this point. They'll just be watching the key plans, make sure no Ninja defusers come in there. Here's the scoreboard. Easily made some config at the top. That's promising, at least. We didn't see that in the first map. That's what we need. Config especially, we need him to start really arriving. And I want to see Cajun B get his confidence back going to this next round. Maximum loss bonus. They can even bring out a double off if they wanted to. Cajun has bought AWP, so here we go. Let's see whether he can actually be a little bit more dynamic here, start challenging Pasha at the start of the round and see if he can get that opening pick. Snax has got a really good spawn there. You can see on his screen right now. He can get thrown the AWP and go for the mid pick. A lot of players do that. It's a little bit chance whether you get there before the smoke blooms. We'll see whether he decides to even take that with an AK.
Yeah, no, I don't see him going for it at this point, even though they have gone aggressive toward mid. Instead, he wants smoke splashes out. He's going to push towards Hubby again. Quick pop flash. Go for the boost potentially. There it goes upward. You want to challenge it. MSL's in the corner. Taz will spot that. Here's the vent going down, but MSL smartly conceals himself. Pop flashes away. They've got to know he's in there. That flash came from nowhere and blinded him up. Surely Taz has figured that out. He hasn't. He's looked the wrong way. MSL, similar to the first gun round, is going to find one in mid. Goes for a smoke, but the alley's above. Gets the gun back in time somehow. As Snax gets config back in return, MSL's got to get away with survival. He's got 14 HP and gets through the vents.
Promising stuff from MSL so far, and that's the shot we've been looking for.
Yes,
Cajun B with a double. He shuts down the bomb as well, so Snax 4-on-1. Certainly capable of pulling these rounds off, and no nades, and Cajun B looking like he wants to finish things off. That's what we're used to seeing from Cajun. He finds the 3-man, and that's much better from them.
You said it, get the op out, get it into his hands. When they pull one round back, they do it fairly efficiently. They keep a majority of players alive, so keep in mind reset potential is a factor, and there's still 11k on Taz pre-buy. He's down to 75 now that he has bought, so they've got another round, maybe even 2 pending bomb plant to break Virtus Pro.
Fair to MSL, he's doing a really good job there towards middle. Just surviving that tenacity in the smoke. Actually finding a couple of kills there as well. VP can't shut him down, but still, this is quite a harsh reset round. They did keep decent numbers up in the previous round. They need to be very careful not to lose this one going forward. MSL in that same smoke towards middle. Snax to challenge him. And there will be some sort of B split, fast commitment coming in as well.
It's the 3rd time MSL's played there. Snax hasn't pushed big garage. MSL's waiting for it. He can't rotate through in time to cover off for Rubino, so they will have the B site to work with. Snax is going to go hunting for Magisk. But his timing is off. MSL finds one on the way through. And he hears Magisk coming, so this is a big kill as well. Oh!
What bullet?
What?
I didn't know.
He sprayed early and didn't reload. That's a huge moment lost. He still recovers to take config, and now it's just down to a 2 versus 3. Both of them well removed from the site. Remember what I just said about reset. Cajun's already looking to back to truck, and I think Magisk is going to try and do economic damage in reverse and get some exit kills because they've given up the round. Virtus Pro will pick it. Do you have enough for drops even on this? It's going to be very tight for North.
Yeah, config and Rubino is sub $1,000 right now. MSL can buy with the 1400 coming in, and if they save these 2 weapons, they probably would force around it. There's no reason not to, especially with Cajun and the AWP. Major's holding towards T-spawn right now. Cajun at the truck. Doesn't quite land the shot, gives his position away, but he should be fine to survive at this point. He just wants to just guarantee he survives. I don't think the exit's actually that valuable. There it is, Virtus Pro. Once again, managing to get towards mid and splitting towards B very quickly indeed and just shutting it down. There goes to round number 12 there, and there comes a force buy round. You can see it's not too bad. There's 2 guns surviving, made this at least a viable situation for them. They get a decent amount of utilities, some kits there as well. Cajun B AWP is going to be out once again, which is great before. We've had one really decent round from him so far. We need more of that. Let's see him maybe go towards B this time. Let's change his position up and start challenging. It's either middle or B. That's what Virtus Pro seem to be focusing so far.
It is a map where one off can sway it heavily. So being able to force up around it, big bonus, but he's got to find what he thinks. He's gone very quickly over toward that B site, like you said, went for the heaven drop, but it's mid again from Virtus Pro. Reverse boost this time MSL. He's gone through. He's got the big garage. He's changing it up. Considering he's someone who doesn't know how to play this map and doesn't know how to set the CTs, he's the most aggressive. Neo, he's around the corner, backs are turned. Taz still just in front. Wait it, find the information. There's 2, 1. Sprays loose spray though, and that's going to give Taz a chance to respond. That could have been huge for MSL, but he does still get information, which causes a rotation. First Cajun be in position, leaves up middle, but that's traded back. Lovely shot from Magisk all the way from quad. Cajun's going to wait for the opportunity to present it to him again. However, forced out of position slightly from the Molotov. Just gets back to tag up on Bialy. He's on to 17 on the way through. Still over one quad. Magisk with the low HP takes advantage, sprays through, catches Taz. They'll clean the round. And this does now start to chisel away at Virtus.pro.
Great round from him, so yes, and he gets one kill, but he funnels them towards that A side. That's where Cajun B is actually waiting the AWP. And a couple more shots there as well. Magisk with the AK-47 shutting down any sort of danger towards Highway as well. As Bialy getting dropped, and you can see that's really nice work from Magisk to finish things off there. They actually draw things up 6-6 here. We talked about this being a map they haven't played. It's a much better performance than what we saw in Overpass. As we're going to round number 13, the closing sector of the first half there. Still going to be money available for Virtus.pro. Orcs in the hands of Snax this time. We said he likes to play this spawn position. Here he goes once again. You can see the player crossing at that point. He could have taken him down, but the CDs with a decent spawn managed to get across.
Boost again for Virtus.pro. Time and time again. This time MSL, as you say, goes far more passive. He wants to cover off from bench, so they're going to elect to give up middle.
Which is fine, because they've shown so much presence there before. It's going to expend a lot of the utility of Virtus.pro. They're going to expect some presence there, and you can see now they actually don't really have that many grenades to execute onto a bomb site. One smoke, a couple of flashbangs and a Molotov, that's about it. At 1 minute 20, that's not great. They've had to expend a lot of their grenades there.
Not only that, Cajun can comfortably watch Highway from inside of the A site because Config and Magisk have established that there is no one inside of A main, and
yeah, they've been great at this.
Is actually going to hold this off.
These are the cornerstones of this map, is getting the information, getting control of a certain situation. Magisk in A main right now, he can call quite comfortably. No one's coming in this direction. It's going to be a B-sided attack. You see Config now towards CD spawn, rotating in towards B as well. MSL and Rabino, that tag team combo towards that side.
Neo's the only one with the Molotov. Yeah, I was going to say he's got to bounce that because Pasha can't force MSL out. And they know he's there. He's been nowhere else. They check it off. Right Molotov to throw. Gets them a kill on the way through, but great response from Rubino. Drops down. Feet show. Headshot into Pasha. Gets up on top of the generator as well, but Bialy figures it out. Discovers that he's gone that direction. Great shot. Cajun B again on the rotation. 2 versus 2. And Bomb is on the site. No chance to deny the plant. But Magisk's timing could be everything. Cajun just needs to hold for information. He's already got Snax. Taz, having just planted the bomb, they know he's on top of the platform. Cajun will watch to make sure he doesn't cross. Magisk starts to peek for information. Molotov's going to force him further away, and actually Cajun, they changed that up. They let Magisk, now that he has vision, get in position and get Cajun above the AWP fast peek. He's gone to the M4 instead, and he catches him off.
Nice work there. Cajun B dropping the AWP, getting the M4 there, pinstring at the same time, giving him 2 targets. He was in a difficult position. He actually was using quite an intelligent play that the Molotov dropping towards the headshot position, starting at the back there. He's hoping they're not going to expect him to be there, but they come in together, shut him down. Big round for North to pick up. They actually take the lead here at this point. It's going to be 7-6 in their favor. Still money available for VP, though. Of course, they're going to force into this one. It's not the best of buys, but with the bomb going down, they do get 5 AKs and the grenades needed to actually head into this round, and I think they're going to take a tactical pause at this point as well. With North taking the lead here on their map, they didn't expect this to happen, but you have to say, Matt, they've come out of the corner here swinging and actually looking much better than they did in the first map, which is strange, all things considered, seeing as Overpass was their home map here. Cajun B finally coming to life as well. Some great rounds there, very influential, finding picks, and the teamwork's actually working out for them there.
Better CS than what I might have expected from North after getting absolutely blown out of map 1 and on a map they don't often play.
Sure.
Similar approach to Virtus.pro and Overpass. They just keep getting aggressive, and they're setting the tempo. That's one of the things that Virtus.pro did on Overpass by going aggressive. In fact, the 2 maps that we played, Overpass and Cash, are the 2 that lend themselves to CT's doing so.
You might as well go for it at this point. They look rattled and so passive in that first map. They're actually showing they're actually turning up here, being aggressive, being assertive at the start of the rounds, hunting for information. That's what Cash is all about. It's kind of speculated there. You didn't have a lack, or had a lack of understanding of the map. They're looking very strong at the moment.
And they've changed it again. Now that you mentioned this, now that they've set the mentality inside of middle, they're forcing VP to consider other options or use utility. They swap it again. MSL goes to support with a crossfire setup in toward B. Cajun, he covers mid now with an op. We've not yet seen him in that position, so this is something new for Virtus.pro to have to solve if they go that direction. Right now they're setting for default smokes over toward A, but I think they're playing the pick more than anything because Magisk, he's flirting with Bialy inside of A main.
This is perfect right now. This is what we want the Orcas to do. Changing his position every single time. He's towards middle, and the boost might be coming in, so he could be challenged at this point. It's going to be very difficult to hold off with the angle he's got. Let's see if he can find his first shot.
He's got to watch the headshot potential that goes the other way as he almost gets shown from the wall. And now with that Molotov coming over from drop, he knows they're there. Dodges the flash, and he knows they've got to be dead on the other side of that box. He's got to find the fight. First pick does. Boost was mistimed. This gives Cajun a chance to reset, spots it again. 2 kills for him. A big mistake from Virtus Pro, but Snax will compensate. Catches Cajun off in rotation. And that's actually an equalizer because they got one on Neo just before heading into the A site, but they haven't found Config at quad. Well timed to pop out. Again, he looks for Neo. He's forced off by the Molotov. Nice shot to Rubino at truck. But they still gotta buy time. 34 seconds. Bomb is on the A site. Teammate not there. Neo fakes out the dump toward quad. Tries to shoulder peek on Config, but he holds his ground. And Snax versus 2. Clutch situation. They know where he is. MSL sees the tracers going through and a slight gap for him to spot into. But 19 seconds. Time does not favor Snax. And money as well. It's been chiseled down. They have to save. This will be the first save round for Virtus Pro in the entire game, so grab the op and get away.
North will be winning the half at this point as well. 8-6, looking to get to 9. This is actually very promising for them overall. I have to say, quite a sloppy round for Virtus Pro overall. They get that mid control, but they seem so tunnel vision on shutting down the AWP that they assume is rotating and falling back to their bomb site. Cajun B can't believe his luck at this point. Not even looking at him. He sees him fail the boost as well. He's not falling back at this point. Waits for another mistake to be made. Virtus Pro are forced to commit for A main at that point and not even thinking about quad at all. The Molotov in the site and no one's even looking at it. They're both looking towards Highway. Config picks up an easy frag. And here we go, a very difficult situation for VP to finish off this half. Round number 15. 1 AWP, 1 AK, a UMP and a couple of pistols. In terms of grenades, they've got the 4 smokes, a couple of Molotovs to work with. It's not ideal, but VP, you never know with these guys. They can certainly win these kind of rounds.
The bomb dropped intentionally this time in mid-garage so they can try and find a pick on the AWP and AK. A push from Config and Magisk inside Squeaky. Again, they show some cleverness. I'm thinking North's got to start looking at this map as an option now.
Yeah, this is really perfect. They're getting them together. They're actually taking down the risk of being traded out and losing that man advantage. Doing damage to Taz, that default shutdown. He has to fall back at that point. He's lost that control at that point, but Pasha, oh god, MSL, be careful. He's only got the Famous as well. He gets punished for it. Pasha finds the advantage here, 5-4.
That now gives them 4 guns to play with, plus Deagle on Taz on 34 HP. That creates a real possibility with 4 men only left on the defense, especially on a map like Cash, because it is long rotations, and when you're a man down, it's risk-reward. You've either got to push for information based on what you know on the other side of the map, you've got to hold firm, and that's what Magisk is going to do. Good nade as well, will catch Taz. Magisk knows he can play the angle in behind quad. He's got crossfire support from Config, who slips in behind the forklift. And that smoke actually favors him. Bialy. He's sitting in the open. No, take it back. He's got around red. That's going to catch off Magisk. Low HP. M4 grabbed. But Config still had position on Snax, who thought by that call from his teammate that it would be clear. It's Pasha next to be found, and Rubino hits him with an op. He only had limited HP. Overkill, but it works. Bialy versus 3. Cajun beat Rubino. 1 bullet will do it. Config's final boss. They've all got armor. They've got 2 kits. Even if he can get bombed down, he's got it to work with. Shuts the door, and he's going to go safest plant possible in behind the box, and they're trying to find him. They're trying to spray him. Round 15, it's not even about money injection. It's all about the clutch, but he's not going to find it. Rubino's there, and North pull it back. They'll get 9-6, exactly what they need.
Yeah, actually really promising CT half from North. That's how you play the map in general. You're pushing, you're getting information, you're working as a team, you're not taking risks by yourself. The AWP changing position, Cajun finally arrived as well. It's actually looking quite nice. 9-6, all things considered, that's a decent half for them. Yes, they got the 4-0 and lost to Anika, but if they hadn't lost that round, this could have been a much more convincing scoreline. So that's actually very good for them. Pick up their second half pistol and in a fantastic position to take us towards Cobble.
Much better game from Cajun B as well. He's a factor, especially on this map. CT side AWP, it's crucial.
Yeah, 14 frags so far. He's looking great. He's actually going to be top of the scoreboard for his team.
Look at the ADR difference as well. 48 is abysmal. 114, fantastic. So
yeah, it's great.
Very, very big improvement. And the 7 kills, let's not forget, he finished the half with 0. So a lot of those were cleanup kills while they had a little bit of money, anti-eco situations in the last map.
That's what we're saying.
But it was confidence building. You mentioned it as well.
That's what we're seeing towards the end of that. It's good that he's finding frags in that second half. Yes, the game was over, but they're stringing a few rounds together. He got himself off the duck. He got like 7 frags. He's actually warming up to the stage, and now he's really showed up in the second map. That's where it counts. This is the best of 3. Regardless if you lose the first fight, doesn't matter what the score is. It's a win or a loss. You move on. Second map, they're looking great. We're going to this pistol right now. We'll have a look at the buy coming in from North. They're going to on the T side now. They're going to have 2 smokes, 3 sets of armor. This could be a very basic pistol round towards A, just smoking off towards the site and towards Highway, flashing in and going as a team, or they could bring a little fake in. They love to do fakes, North, so we'll see what they decide to do.
Config holding mid with Glock as MSL starts to spot over toward A main.
Pasha has also got an incendiary. You can see it's a retake setup right now. It's going to be allowing North to actually get control of the A bomb site, and they'll be working together with that incendiary to flush out the terrorists, who should be allowed to plant at this point.
3 outdoor. Fast plant is exactly the call. Pasha with that Molotov is not playing the denial spot though onto A. He's over toward B. And Snax inside the vent is going to make a bit of noise. They've left Config to cover these rotations. They know teams very often. Not even just Virtus Pro, but a lot of teams across all regions play the retake game on A. It's very, very common statistic, or excuse me, strategy on pistol. But Neo hitting Cajun B starts the retake off well. That nade goes in behind Quad. Doesn't quite do damage on the 2 players there, just a fraction. And that's enough for them to go aggressive to catch it off. And it's a flurry inside of the site. It's traded back as Snax and Taz find 2. They got to rotate back around, the ball ticking faster and faster. Taz has the kit. There's a smoke still on this. He's the last alive, but MSL finds them.
What an exciting pistol that was. Great start there from North. As I said, it was a full retake setup there from VP. They were counting on actually using that Molotov and nading them and adding smokes as well to lock off the choke points. It was going so well. The incendiary actually works out in North's favor. As soon as it drops, they're forced to phase. They're hitting all the running Glock headshots there. MSL. It was a last-ditch attempt there from Taz. He picks up the kit. You can see there's a smoke down on the bomb as well. Nice celebration. They're believing now. They want to take this to the 3rd map. There's not going to be a forced buy from Virtus Pro in the 2nd round, which I think is the best way to play this sort of map. You don't want to give too much away. You want to go in with a strong first gun round here. As we go into round number 2, it should be redundant. It should be quite a clean sweep for North. They have got Deagles on the other side, but not really much else to work with here. So in terms of North's buy, we've got 2 rifles. That's a Galil on the AK-47 and 3 SMGs. Should just be a full-on default at the start, see if there's any pushes or any sort of aggression coming from the CTs, and then you're going to be smoking off and treating it like a gun round. These big games, you can't afford to give anything away. Smoke off towards the quad, Molotov positions like sandbags, and actually make sure you're fragging together and not dying alone.
So MSL with one of the SMGs wants to bust out the door. If they go toward the A site right now, he's playing it for information. It's a good position as well if he hears them try and rotate it to Hugo B. There's lots of benefits to that, getting information. Rubino, nice shot. As Neo tries to hunt inside of A main.
You can see them not committing just yet. This is good. Wait for the reaction from the CT. So this is the kind of map that lends itself to that. Mages in the backtracks there. This finds another kill. 5 on 3. Still, don't need to rush. You've got a minute to work with here. The bomb's still down. You're holding every angle. Config, perfect stuff towards B store. This is looking very clean. That's what they want. Keep everyone alive. Start building that money and the hope they can actually take this 2nd map. Lovely work from North overall. The scoreline will be 11-6.
Henry, I know why North doesn't play cash.
What's that?
Saving strats for the major.
Well, there you go.
They look so good on this.
Maybe that's the plan along.
Just pushes through middle. That's perfect. Config knows the only other players are on B. They had so much confidence in their map control, positioning. They do look very solid right now.
That was a perfect anti-eco there, but Virtus Pro did not force into the round. Should be a similar storyline here. North, once again, default at the start, use the grenades, work together, wait for reaction to come in. This is more the same, and you can see the buy not as strong for VP. Can't really do much damage with this. A couple of PT-50s, so smoke's not really stacking. There are 3 players towards B and 2 in middle, so Edge could boost up in the vents there, maybe try something a little bit sneaky, but Mages, he's already pushed up towards highway.
Is there, but they're going to push onto him. That distracts, and Cajun, they bust out the fence. How does he not hear that? He's got to turn around. Thankfully, they do just in time. But, well, okay. He was fine. He's gone now, Henry. And they went to 42 on Magisk. That could have been a bit of a problem with bomb down in mid. Neo's got Magisk now as well, so they still have that chance.
Yeah, I agree.
They picked up guns.
When the vent blows out, I think he just assumes the teammate. He didn't really think of that being a possibility. Quite a smart move from VP. Can't really win the round, so they have got a Galil in hand. That's going to be for Neo as well, and could find MSL in the back there.
Rubino gets the information, though. That gives MSL the chance. And door open inwardly. Snax is going to sneak behind. Don't you dare. With a pistol, I think he's just going to sit tight. Maybe hope, best case scenario, they come in toward A. 54 seconds. It's not like he's got a last-second denial opportunity. He's letting them. He wants to let them hear. He wants the knife shoot. Bonus money, 1,500 for Snax. He's always clever. He's always thinking he'll grab a UMP off of this, smoke out on the site, and he's actually going to head for the hills with that UMP because now not only do they have 1 SMG, he's going to be able to drop potentially with that knife alone. Heading into the next round, yeah, he's absolutely set. He's already got 4850. They could early force off of that alone. He's so smart. I like Snax. He's going to sit back with this UMP, 12 HP. Bomb does go back over toward the B site, so his plans of trying to evade all danger and head out on this side of the map, knowing they were in A, that's gone. Which means he's also got to head back toward T-spawn when the bomb gets close to blowing, because from there, with 12 HP, he goes down.
Yeah, at this point, if he can find anything, the UMP gets some more cash. Saving the UMP is not that valuable to him. He's hoping to get another $600 here. He'll be falling back. He might as well save it. It's definitely a viable weapon on the go-rounds here as we go into round number 3.
Smart play, though. He's got 72-50. Oh, yeah, this is a full force. They're full set. Full gun round, obviously, it was going to be full set, but you never really know on the CT side without those situations. They saved well, but how much utility they'll get with the first op.
Indeed, Pasha will be given that weapon once again. It's the same story for Cajun. Config keeping the MP7. I would say at this point, all things considered, get the AK out. You want to just make sure you win these rounds. Money, I wouldn't be worrying about that so much, especially against the CTs. They have got Snacks with the staying on the UMP. In fact, as we go to round number 19, we'll see whether North present any heavy aggression and Config whether he can do anything with his MP7.
And the benefit to all the money that they do build up on VP, everyone gets armor. Config stays on the MP7. They'll have a tougher time. They've all got head armor par Neo. Config's going to watch for pushes on B. Rubino again looking for a magic 10 through the smoke toward A. Bomb drops outside of A main. Suggests they'll slow this down on the north side. Try and bleed out the CTs.
Yeah, at this point, the first gun rounds are always a little bit weak to the CTs here, but Pasha, he takes down Config, to be fair. Only had the MP7. I'm not really sure what he's trying to achieve. Jumping there, maybe trying a bit of noise. He's showing some presence with that side of the map. Couldn't really tell you, but Cajun does respond with a kill towards Taz.
Great response from Cajun. That's from inside the garage left of Magisk's position. Flash out, they actually mistimed the peak, so Magisk has to take a step back. But the default Molotov invents, clears close. They now have a little bit of mid control to work with, and Neo's actually going to rotate off. This will bring the AWP back to mid. So Pasha wants to play on Z. Cajun wants to get to highway. Smoke's down. Who's going to time this? Because Cajun's just scoped twice. Pasha's heard all of this. Hence why Neo's not peeking. He's trying to let time go by so that the smoke's gone in mid. I thought Pasha was going to hold the angle and wait. Because he's actually given that position to Magisk again, who's trying to push all the way through. They've got to be very careful. Neo's going toward truck, but he's not looking there yet. Now it becomes timing. Neo's going to look down spot. Magisk, good timing from the M4. That saves Pasha inside of the site, and that means he can go to work exactly like this. Two for him and through the wall. Cajun B goes down as well.
What a shot from Pasha. 4 in total, and a really elegant way to finish it as well. Hits absolutely everything. North, it looked a little bit interesting there when Majors got towards CD spawn. I thought he would be the fly in the ointment there, but Neo, on point as ever, manages to shut him down just as Pasha lights him up there with the AWP. So, big round for VP to pick up there. There is lots of money available for North. I have to say, Config was some interesting plays towards Sunrun at that point, but they did have that MP7, so I guess it can be considered a bonus to some extent. Cajun, though, down to just the Tech 9 after purchasing the AWP in the previous round. So, we'll see what they decide to do. It's going to be 5 players towards the B storage for now. Looking for that opening pick, but Pasha's waiting for them. Needs to be very careful here.
Counter smoke out toward the main. Wants to get the aggressive angle. Missed shot. He was actually on and flicked to the right. He's got to get away based on infliction toward him. He's on 16 and caught by a nade.
I thought he was getting team killed by Snacks at that point. He's getting shot in the back by his teammate.
That's never good.
No.
For obvious reasons. They'll take the op as deep inside of the site as they can.
Yeah, I think he was behind the smoke, and Pasha gives the call to that, and he's just going to spray through and get a couple of kills there, but works out horribly, and then Nave takes him down. So 5 out of 4, advantage North. Cajun B unable to recover a weapon, but this is a good start for them.
4-man rotation back over to the A side.
Yes. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Viali and Taz, the ones waiting. Flash goes off in A main. Sends the shackles on the back of Viali in high alert.
Roger that.
Again, North. Taking their time, not often known to be one of the slower teams, although as of late they've definitely been putting themselves more into that category than not.
So, 30 seconds remaining. It looks like we have one player towards the A side of the map. That will be MSL. He's going to try and sell something here. He's willing to sacrifice himself. They have the advantage. Great kill now. His teammate's going towards B as well. Just Snacks waiting. That's still quite a scary prospect. Let's see if he can hold them off. Nails the first shot.
That's big because Taz finds the other. Config finally gets Snacks, but if he'd not gotten him sooner, the Snacks had the kills. Neo was not in position. He gets kicked down in the end anyway by Magisk on the way back through to the site, because once they find that opening pick on A, Neo has to start at least leading in the rotation. So he's sitting in mid waiting for the final call. And Snacks does well to get the first, but they find the answer. Bomb goes down, and Taz has a decision to make.
I think he's saving. That's
he
it.
has to.
Made. That was actually a really lovely round from North overall. A bit of a blunder from VP at the start, you have to say. Snacks shooting Pasha in the ass there for about 50 damage, and then it's HE grenade for North takes him down. At that point, they used the time to perfection. North go towards A, MSL. That's what the in-game leaders, the great mid-round callers will do. They'll send themselves in to be the sacrifice towards the other side of the map. Yes, he gets a kill as well. It's so perfect, and he actually draws all the attention toward that A side of the map. North made their way towards B. Yes, Snacks hits the first shot, but they get the recovery kill. Taz can't do anything about it. Has to fall back and save in CD spawn. And look at the scoreline right now, mate. It's 13-7 in favour of North, who just got spanked 16-4. This is a great recovery. And going into Cobble as well, we know that's a map they originally favoured. They've been a little bit weaker recently on it, but it was one of the maps I was actually, when they were in Dignitas, I was really excited to watch them play it. On the T side especially, it was very good.
It was actually one of the first maps that brought this roster to life, you're right, but they definitely struggled with it in the group stage. So Save comes in. Why up into P250s? They'll be able to buy in the next round based on where they are. So important that Taz keeps the AK, see if he can get early damage, and they're going to go very aggressive to try and find opening picks and catch off North. Hence the three-man push into the tunnel, which is spotted by Config, and a reverse boost, which Taz with the AK does get one of Magist. He stays alive as well, and he knows bombs outside A main. The problem is that his teammates, well, most of them are now deceased.
At this point, Matt, I think I'm starting to believe this is pretty tasty stuff from North so far, playing perfect Counter-Strike, shutting this anti-eco down quite nicely. It's going to be Snacks now with the P250, 4 versus 1, nothing really to do here. You can see North once again, not giving anything away. They're waiting for him to make the mistake. They're not going in and allowing him to get a cheeky kill or even a knife like he's been doing. And this was the B-Rush coming in. Config staying alive, making sure he does the job, gets 3 kills. As we go into round number 22, North now 1 round away from map point here. What a storyline this would be. After getting crushed on their map pick, overpass, going on to Cash, but they famously don't really play anymore, and they run away with it. Looking fantastic so far.
Virtus Pro, this is a map that I think kind of epitomizes their team in general, because we saw the plow in the last, but up and down on it. They're in it up and down on Cash. They're amazing or they're awful. And that seems to be, I wouldn't say awful, but not definitely what we would expect. And there seems to be them as a team in general. So this is a big win for North, like you said. You go on to Cobblestone, that's fair playing field. And not only that, we talked about the mental status of these young players. They prove it here.
Oh, Mages has brought out the Krieg as well.
Loves it.
He does love this weapon. So for anyone who's not familiar, the rifle you can see in Mages' hands, it was called the Krieg in previous iterations. I think it's called
Sig Commando.
Yeah, and it's like the SG in this game, but we always call it the Krieg. It's not a traditional weapon, but it's certainly starting to come more and more into the meta right now. It costs $300 more than the AK, and it's got a scope on it as well. It doesn't have any fall-off like damage or like in terms of one bullet accuracy at range as well. And I'm surprised I don't see it more, but some of these players like Chris J and Mages get happy to use it, and sometimes a great effect. Not so much this tournament, but hopefully we can see it kind of give us a show this round.
Agent bringing the op over toward B, but he's got problems because Config's already been sprayed down from Pasha. And on top of that, damage exchanged on Cajun himself as he gets tagged on a 37 and has to tower away toward mid. Snacks thinks about hunting him down. With the smoke out, we'll think better of it. The alley boosted. Haven't seen it all game. And he knows they're both there. He's spotted utility go both directions. It's a battle of patience. Check it. Rubino hits it. That's their entrance through because smokes are down. But Taz, he gets in behind Red Crate fast enough. It's through the smoke that Neil actually gets found. Which is problematic, but Taz is actually smartly enough rotated back around the other direction, flanks them in return as they get toward the site. It leaves Cajun in a 1 versus 3. Bomb and AWP, and Pasha with a lovely shot from far. Still have money on the T side for North.
Yeah, but it's still a frustrating round there and touching distance there as well. But unfortunately, a little bit of a blunder towards that B storage area, getting pushed. Aggressive play there from the CTs. They're up against the ropes now. They had no kits, a lack of grenades. You have to push and try and find that first frag. But a lot of damage kick things off, and Taz and Pasha working in tandem there on the A side to bring the game back. Some sort of hope here. We have the AWP for Virtus Pro as well. It's being in the hands of Snacks this time. And like you said, money's still available for North. Still in a great position going forward. If they shut this round down and get the map point, that's going to be a harsh reset for the CT. So we'll see what happens here as we go into round number 23. Snacks towards B, and that's where all 5 players for North are this time. They'll be smoked out, but they can bide their time. There's a big grenade towards the Peter Mages that time.
50 damage from him. Damage to both Cajun B and MSL as well. Snacks supporting Pasha's position in behind the box. Molotov's going to bounce beyond that.
Oh no.
Pasha's hoping they overlook. Pasha's desperate to hope that they will, and they do. They line up. A blast through. Pasha's got 3. Hits the headshot on the board. A perfect play and a perfect bait in for Pasha. Neo will close it out as he gets gets the assist on the 5th as well.
The planets align. I could just see that one building up. That's the perfect position to be in. They Molotov towards Checkers and the bomb site itself, and they're trying to actually turn away from their own flashbang. As soon as they're doing that, the flash comes into Pasha as well. He just nails 4 of them. Lovely stuff from him. It's going to be 14-9. About the bomb going down as well, I think that's an eco for North. They're not out of the woods just yet. Yes, they're very close to taking this map, but VP, they never give in. They never relent.
They're also Danish.
Okay, you can take one from that what you will. I'm not going to say the C word. As we go into round number 24, it's going to be PT50s and Deagles and Snacks there. This is the first shot and takes a headshot in return as well.
Yeah, decent shot back at him. Still a big Haskin. He gets tagged. He got to get cower away from this. That AWP into safety. Better. Bring him into the M4 instead. Pasha's been the X factor in a lot of ways for me. On Virtus Pro's side, another lovely shot on the pistols. Magist gets Neo. Going in mid, but it's not available. Tag's there to protect it, but with a lot of players facing him, he's got to line them up. He does. Low ammo. Hits Magist as well. Swap to the pistol. Can't quite close it. Pretty nonetheless. And it saves the round for them because he goes down in that situation. There's 2 guns inside the middle. Bialy was still rotating around from the truck position at the time.
Snacks wanted to challenge that, but you can see he's got 9 HP. I think that's the wise move to make. 1 PT50 bullet's going to take him down. Maybe make the B bombs out possibility. Oh, is that a knife attempt?
I don't think he had the knife out, but he definitely followed him into the site.
But anyway, Taz, you're absolutely right here. If he dies here, even with just 1 kill, that round could have fallen apart. He gets 3, shuts it down, and we still can't really do much about that situation. It will be round number 25. Another pause coming in. I'm going to assume it's for North this time. It makes sense. The money's not fantastic. It's certainly enough to buy. 2 players on the 5k mark, and then 2 just above 4. So we'll be buying into this. And just we're going to work out what kind of buy they want to bring to the table. They just want to get that 1 round, get map points, relieve the pressure. Know it's actually got overtime in the bag, and then at that point they can kind of throw more avant-garde tactics in there, maybe some rushes, kind of go for those fakes again, like MSL was doing once he got that man advantage. This is much better Counter-Strike than what they presented to us on Overpass. It's actually showing a great understanding of the T-side, how it should operate, and especially on the CT, that was very impressive indeed.
Much better frag distribution this time on the north side as well. 19 on the high side for Magist. Configs up there as well, 16.
Oh, Max.
13 for Rubino.
Double AWP setup now for the CTs.
Neo
as the force comes in, yeah, this is going to be really interesting. It's actually so viable on cash. It means you can have an AWP on either side, turret set up on A and B. You can have rifles towards middle if you so wish. But North now, what do they bring to the table after that pause? They have got 5 AKs here. No sniper rifle potential for them, which is a bit of a problem. This is what we wanted to see, that aggression. We saw it from the T side in the first half. Bialy manages to pick up that kill. 5 on 4 now. And they can fall back. That's a job done as far as the CT is concerned. You've got a lot of information. They've taken a kill down as well and funneled them and kind of made them fall back. Whatever they had in mind, whatever default has been shut down.
Neo's continuing the push inside of Squeaky as well.
He's got the AWPs. That's actually kind of a cool idea. He can look all the way in towards mid-warehouse with this push.
Setting for an angle.
Is he going to commit?
I think he's going to sit there and wait. Yeah, I'd love to see his perspective. As we say, I don't think he's gone far enough to see mid, as you suggested, but he certainly has the wing of A covered off. That gives Taz more confidence to cover from highway. And at 14 rounds, Virtus Pro, CT side, starting to set their pace now, their tempo, as they get aggressive and dictate the play style of North as a result. This is the idle drone of a Diesel in the background.
This is the benefit of having the double AWP setup, means your riflers can afford to be the more dynamic ones. You have those turrets set up either side and they can go for those first picks, knowing even if they go down, there's quite a strong chance the AWPers can recover the situation. Right now, we have Cajun B towards middle, he's in the vents. This will be a B split, 35 seconds remaining. 1 smoke for CT spawn, that's all they've got to work with here.
Smoke out. They go early, Snacks hits it, and there's a gap. He's got a very slight gap. It's perfect for him to work with because he's got config. He's also got the information of a cross. I don't think the flash hit him in time, so that means Pasha knows they're there. He turns fine Magist. Cajun B's in the open, and they close it. They're starting to panic North a little bit. They're getting a little bit chaotic and sloppy.
You can see some holes in their game. You pointed out that should not be happening. That's one of the most basic smokes you can throw. Really, that gap should not be there. Snacks managing to nail the first shot before it even blooms, and he's just gifted another kill there as they go into the site. So Virtus Pro mixing things up there, taking the pause from North as an opportunity to mix things up themselves, presenting his double AWP setup, getting towards Squeaky door. Bialy finds that first pick and then gets him towards the B side. Just a real nice round from VP, and now a partial buy from North. Loss bonus getting at the 4th stage. You can have $3,400 going to the next round. So as long as you keep your money around the 2k mark this time, you'll find you upgrade some pistols and some body armor. We've got a few smokes to work with as well, and we will be going towards A with the bomb, it seems.
Config behind the smoke. Tries to get as much vision toward Fork as he can and hope that someone pushes through with a flash. They won't be careless on the VP side. Has on wooden box as well, gets a lot of information, has good angle on the way through. Neo's stayed passive with this off, but he's going to start to hear them on the bottom of the highway. Calls for Taz to look that direction. 7 HP for him. Cue Neo's entry, and Bialy step up, gets 2. Leaves him with a chance to try and find Taz. I doubt he'll peek. Just sit and wait, let his teammates get in position. 7 HP now for Cajun. He's going to go to 14-12. We are far from done.
Absolutely. Well, Virtus Pro for another one back. It's going to be 14-12 here. Money still available. The plan does not come in, so that extra $100 would have been fantastic. But regardless, we do have the Cajun BAWP. The bad news is he's got no head armor. That's actually kind of a big deal against the M4s. You know, they've been a little bit more dynamite this time, going aggressive. Just one bullet from the M4 will take him down. That's the problem when you're an AWP as well. You become a lot more vulnerable without that head armor. Still rolling the double AWP setup. The Cajun, he's done 20 kills so far. So it's a much better game than what we saw in Overpass. He's actually had some impact, and we'll see where we can open up the map here. That'll be the plan. We boost him up towards middle, see if he can get that first pick, and I'm assuming they're going to get into a default here.
This is going to be, definitely bomb down. This is going to be a pick game.
After they just receive that pressure towards Squeaky Double 4, they'll be holding back and seeing that happens once again and get that first kill there.
They all are, because they have aggression in 3 different spots on the map. Magisk waiting for the counter boost, MSL waiting for the squeaky push, and Config's waiting at the B smokes.
Which is an intelligent decision if you think about it. He lost that first strike before, don't want to risk that again. Oh, it's getting toasty for Config. Flames don't quite extend towards him, but he's feeling a lot of pressure here. Flashed as well, but he manages to avoid trouble here. Just about. Snack's waiting for him on the other side, though. He has got the AWP currently set up in checkers.
It's a risky peek. He knows with that much utility thrown,
Yep.
they're very likely have position on him.
Does he dare go further?
I think he just sits. He has to wait. Especially if they want to rotate back around. Good find from Magisk to get Taz. Neo goes as well. Now he can definitely sit on B, because they've got to start looking for information elsewhere. Clever enough, they're going to bypass him, though. Good boost back up into the vents, and Magisk gets caught off. That's a good pick to find, and they get away free for it. So they pull this back to just a one-man advantage. Config knows that's his cue to escape, so he'll do so, and they'll head back over toward the A site. There has to be 2 on B. They boosted vents. It's Bialy alone. Process of elimination, flash in, good trade out, not even. Bialy doesn't even turn in time, so MSL, free kill on the way through, is going to open the site to potentially get North onto map point.
This is it. 4 on 1.
Shoulders actually showing. He's, whoa. I thought saw it. X-ray can be misleading, but I'm sure I saw texture behind it as well. Now I certainly do, but Snacks can't hit it. He's left alone. He's going to back away. AWP can potentially look for exit kills up toward highway. Snacks has built himself back up over the last 5 rounds to 11K, so he can actually afford to commit to this. It's going to go to map point. They all have money to buy, so any damage he does, keep in mind North only has 3 digits money. This will be a first round for them. It's a reset. Nice shot by Snacks. Anything he does, that single kill forces reinvestment, but they keep 3 up.
That's what we're looking for, Matt. North have hit map points here. They've got themselves securely towards overtime here. 3 rounds to play with now to find it and take us to a 3rd map. The problem is Virtus Pro still have a ton of cash. As you pointed out, Snacks, he just finished that round at 13,000. Back to the double AWP setup, but that was good for them. The default towards middle, finding that first pick towards Taz, who was a little bit aggressive towards middle. And once they got that, they stick together, execute quite nicely there, and they shut it down. 3 now in the bag to work with here. It's going to be a Virtus Pro timeout at this point. Let's work out what the setup is. You might as well use it. It's come right down to the wire here. It's kind of interesting as well. You probably assume, I think everyone did, going into cash, this would be a foregone conclusion, considering the form we saw from VP in the first map. And I think you have to say, like, VP, we kind of pointed out when we were talking about it. It's not a map when you think about VP. It's something they're tremendous on. They're okay on it, right? It can be really good or kind of like average, like we're seeing right now. It's not been a bad performance overall, but certainly doesn't look like a world-class map for them. And they picked it thinking, do you know what, North are going to have nothing here. They're not going to show up at all. And you can see how that they're being punished for that right now. A really good solid CT half from North, and now a decent understanding as well. They're playing good Counter-Strike, good teamwork, nice chemistry, winning the clutches, and the star players are starting to arrive as well.
Map point for North, the force cobblestone. 4 AKs and the AWP for Cajun. Double op still up on the CT side. And it Snacks again toward B. He's going to post himself above on heaven. Finally goes to the drop with a double smoke out.
Bialy again.
Bialy, yeah, exactly. He's going aggressive up toward Squeaky, but they've got to be careful because they did that once.
I think he should take an opportunity to pull back, but he's still in towards Squeaky Door. His teammates joined him. That's going to be Neo. He'll be edging in. The idea is to bait him his teammate, and he's going to get taken down. Surely, there it is. Cajun gets him one step closer to Cobble.
That's one of the ops gone as well, and Bialy doesn't dare go for it. He could have pressed E on it. It was still close enough so he wouldn't have been peaked, but why stick around? Why risk even them chasing him down toward Squeaky? So back inside of the site. And a grouping toward mid as well from North. No need to overcommit Flash potentially coming in from Bialy up for Taz to peek into A main. They find no information. That does confirm if they wanted to, if they want to lead off and gamble with this disadvantage of defense, that they could start either giving more pressure into mid or getting over toward B. Big tag on Pasha.
They're biding their time effectively as well. They went into the CDs to make a mistake. We saw Pasha peak from the connect at that point. He doesn't go down, but he's giving damage to 19 HP. That's good information gathered. We still have a lot of utility on the terrorist side as well. They know this is a big round, a perfect opportunity to shut it down right now. Towards A they go. Config still holding B, waiting for that reaction. MSL with the bomb by himself. There was presence there before, but he's going to take the chance and push in that position. And it's a good one to take. Just Taz on the A side by himself to defend against this final push. You can see 3 players towards the B side. Config doing a great job actually causing some sort of distraction there.
Pasha's right beside him, though they don't spot it. That's the more important kill. Taz alone in the A site gets found by Rubino. And they smoke off, Flash as well, everything against Bialy. He assumes right, they go for the boost above the forklift and tries to spray immediately after the bomb is planted. And North may respond. Molotov goes to top highway. Snax will do everything possible, everything in his power to force them out from behind quad and get in a line with the AWP. It does do 1 slight damage toward MSL, but the Jisk on Bialy. I think this is done. I think this is over. Pasha's got 1 back. That's confidence, but Snax goes down. Pasha tries to line up. He falls as well. And North have set us up for the series we would have expected on paper. They'll take map 2, a map they don't play, a map Virtus.pro loves, and force out Cobblestone, which I think is a perfect third map for these two teams.
What a fantastic storyline.